Long time no see. So welcome to another Bumpdate. This is Bumpdate number 5.
I don't know. Who keeps track of numbers?
So we've had to just double check. It is definitely Bumpdate number 5. I've got baby brain and can't keep track of stuff.
I don't know what numbers are anymore.
So this is now week 6. Just started week 6 of lockdown in the UK.
Let's not get political.
No. We are officially halfway through.
Woo!
I turned 20 weeks yesterday, so I'm 20 weeks and 1 day at the time of filming this.
There was a post on Instagram of a cool little thing that we did.
Yes. If you would like to see that and you haven't seen that, there'll be a link to our Instagram, well, my Instagram and Tom's Instagram in the description. So, a fair amount has happened in the past 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Some of it very exciting.
Some of it very exciting, but lots of time.
If you haven't seen any of our previous bump dates and you're new to this channel, first of all, welcome to our channel. If you haven't seen our previous 4 bump dates, I will leave the most recent 2 in the end card to this video, and I will link all the rest of them below, or there is a playlist as well with all of our pregnancy related videos in there. Let's jump right into what's been going on in the past 4 weeks. It's going to start from last night. So baby has been kind of like from 16 weeks, I thought I could feel some very slight kicks, and looking back they were definitely kicks. But last night something very exciting happened. I started to play some music on my phone because I had a song in my head, and they started moving and kicking to it. And they were monster kicks. I didn't get any videos of it because I was just taking it in. I was like, wow, this is actually happening.
And it's like a really strange feeling.
It is a very odd feeling.
It's like,
I was like,
there's a small human in me right now.
Yeah, they were having a little dance. I think they like they like my music at least.
Yeah, they prefer her music taste to some of mine.
Tom has been trying for weeks to feel a kick or see a kick, and there was, I think it was around 18
every
weeks.
time I sat down to have a look, and you were like, oh, come here, they've just done one, they might do it again. It was like, nah.
Baby would just shy away.
Just stubborn.
And not do it. Yeah, so from about 18 weeks, I want to say, you felt a small kick, and you saw them kick very slightly. But since then, they haven't felt anything. But last night, movements were like through the roof. And we were both just looking at each other going, oh my god, they've actually started moving. That is a big milestone.
Yeah. That's a huge milestone.
Yeah, that is very exciting. Dizzy spells have been getting a lot worse.
Yeah, I've noticed that. Like a lot of times where you go to like get up.
Getting out of bed is,
that's what I meant.
It's a bit, especially this morning, that was a bit of a struggle.
So that was, my brain was just like, get up and get out of bed. Just smash the two together. Get up. Standing up and down for you is becoming a bit more of a task.
Yeah. So the biological side of it is because of like the increased blood pressure, well, not blood pressure, but it's something to do with the pressure of the blood going around your body. Your blood volume increases by 50%, which is insane.
I mean, it's kind of bonkers when you think about it. Like, that much more blood being in your system is something that's really crazy when you think about it. But
yeah, so it has been making me feel very dizzy. I do think that my aspirin has something to do with it as well, because I'm on aspirin daily until the end of this pregnancy because of my low PAPA numbers. So if you haven't watched our previous bump date, PAPA in a nutshell is a growth hormone that comes from the placenta, and if your PAPA is low, there is a very moderate chance. In some women it's low, well in most women it's a pretty low chance that baby will be born under average birth weight, and it can cause preterm labour if not handled properly, and it can also cause blood pressure problems for the mum in pregnancy. But it is a blood thinner because it means that blood can get to the placenta a lot more easily and then can give nutrition to the baby faster. My cervical length scans have started.
Woo!
So because of lots of different factors, I'm more at risk of going into preterm labour. papae being one of them. I'm not going to go into every single factor, but I am at risk of going into preterm labour, so...
Low risk, mind, but...
There is a risk.
There is still a risk.
Low to moderate risk of going into preterm labour. I have cervical scans with... basically, it's the American equivalent of an OBGYN. It's an obstetric consultant, so it's...
I don't know what any of those letters mean.
So obstetrics is like pregnancy, and
just said a whole bunch of stuff, and I was just like, oh, what? Okay.
An obstetric gynecologist. So they look at the gynecology of pregnant women.
Okay, that makes sense. All right, you just said an acronym, and I was just like, I've got not the foggiest what you just what.
Educational. So cervical length, the average that they look for is 25. So because your cervix is not like a straight tube, it actually has a kind of folded shape to it, and it opens in a specific way. So they take lots of different measurements, and it has to be 25 millimeters or over for it to be classed as normal. So my first scan came back at 36 millimeters, which is great, but as I get further into the pregnancy, it is going to shorten. That just happens biologically, and it is normal. So it's dropped again to 32 from my last cervical length scan. So still over average, which is always good, and consultant doesn't see any issues.
Yeah, that's usually the main topic of a lot of things.
But they do need to keep on top of it, hence why my next scan is in 2 weeks rather than 3, because in the 20 to 22 week mark is when it's more likely to change. Definitely been getting Braxton Hicks. They've not been fun. I don't get them very often, which is good. If you don't know what Braxton Hicks are, and this is your first pregnancy, Braxton Hicks are basically just practice contractions. So your body is prepping for what's to come. Just feels like a really bad, well, a moderate period cramp.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I know there's a lot more of that to come. I've been getting random muscle spasms. I get them in... I suppose you can count 2 as in like being in the same place. And I just get random spasms in my calf. It's only ever been my right calf as well. It's never been in my left.
I think that's probably to do with like the aspirin and the blood thing as well, because like...
But it's also, well, it's not actually been like scientifically proven exactly what causes it, but it's because obviously you're getting more and more top heavy. So... it puts pressure on your legs.
I mean, I guess your leg muscles have to work harder, if that's what you're getting at.
And all your nerves get compressed and blood vessels get compressed and things like that. I also get it in my, like, mid-back and left shoulder. It's very odd. It's very
the weirdest thing.
I think it is just muscles getting strained a lot.
Yeah. Like with your calf one, I can see your calf twitching most of the time, which is quite weird.
It's weird. It is weird, but I'm just going to get used to it. Round ligament pain is getting so much worse.
Yes, it is.
It's been so bad. So I think it was about a week and a bit ago.
There were some moments where you were just like,
this
really sucks.
So I thought I had just round ligament pain. And what must have happened was I must have slept at a weird angle. And I literally... couldn't move properly for 2 days because I think I pulled it. So yeah, I had it for about 2 days, and then I woke up one morning and I felt fine again. So it's not comfortable, but again,
it's necessary. You know, it's gonna happen. It's gonna continue happening. Your body is preparating itself to do what your body needs to do. Yeah, that's the word. Your body's preparing itself to do what it needs to do. And that's exactly what's just going to continue happening.
But last point, before I do a bump shot and we end this bump date for this 4-week period, by the time you are watching this, we will be a couple of hours away from having our 20-week scan and finding out the gender of this baby.
See these eyebrows? We will only be a few hours away from the 20-week scan, finding out hopefully the gender.
I think we should be fine.
We should be fine if they're not in an awkward position.
Yeah, gender reveal is going to be in a separate video. We are not going to put that in this video. Now I'm going to do a bump shot. halfway point. I thought it'd be a lot bigger, but I am still pretty huge. I don't think this baby is going to be born underweight. I really don't.
I'm fairly confident that they won't be.
So that was our 16 to 20 week bump date, and we are halfway there. Can't insert Bon Jovi lyrics because copyright. So if you have enjoyed this bump date and would like to see more pregnancy related videos, please like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.